Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Dramatic Food. Myself Nandini and is going to help you to understand the basics of the food. If you are watching this channel for the first time, do subscribe and press the bell icon. Today I am going to talk about industrial training report for food industries. Basically, this industrial training is mandatory because it is a part of the curriculum in various courses related to food technology in order to provide the student an industrial exposure and the practicality of the facts. In the coming video, I will be focusing on these 5 points, basically the points to remember whenever you go to any industry, how should you behave and what are the points that you should remember. Secondly, what is basically the industrial training report? What should it contain? That is, the contents of the report. How should it be presented? The format of the report. And what are the things to be mentioned in the report? There are few points to remember whenever you go for an industrial training. You should treat the workplace as your own workplace. You should not behave just as a trainee. And you should never say no to any assigned work because it will help you to learn anyway. If they ask you to fill up the documents, you should do that. Why? Because there are particular values that you should know about them, like what are the standards. But by filling up those forms, the documentation is a major step in any industry. So you should learn that. The curiosity. You should be curious about what is happening in your environment and what are the processes that they are using. You should firstly understand the process, search it on the internet. Don't go directly asking the questions to the employees. You should know about that process, the basic of those processes, and then you can ask the employees, and you should be able to gather as much as information that you can about the plant or the industry or even about the product. You should be operation focused, observe your surroundings. It is must as it will provide you a critical view. A good habit is to maintain notes of your daily activities and to inculcate them in your industrial training report as it creates an impact. Whenever you are reporting that report or submitting that report, your mentor or your guide, they will be able to know what you have basically learned. You should try to learn if they are using any new technology that is being used at the industry for making any product, and you should make the report when the memory is still fresh and have to mind map things, like you have to make some short notes what you learned and what you are going to tell in the report about that training. So what basically is a industrial training report? It is a document about an industry which contains the concise information of the overall activities of the industry. Overall activities majorly includes what are the raw material that they receive, how do they process them, what are their standards, what is the protocol that they apply to the product. These are basically mandatory, as I told you, because they provide the exposure to the students to the industrial work culture and provides them hands-on training. The duration is usually from 1 month to 6 months. It is variable, and what basically it reflects is what a student learned rather than focusing on what the student has done. So you should focus on learning rather than doing. Talking about the contents of the report, there are major headings and subheadings that are to be mentioned in the report. That is, title page contains the title of the training report, submitted to whom, submitted by whom, and then your university college name. The candidate's declaration, certificate by the guide, training certificate, acknowledgements where you will acknowledge the persons or greet the persons who helped you during your training, table of contents where you will be mentioning about the headings and the subheadings and the page number. Coming to the main portion is the introduction and objectives. It is basically the introduction of the company, what was the significance of your training and your project if you have. It also includes the plant blueprint or the layout. It may or may not be provided by the plant or the company that you are in. So you can make it on Microsoft Word, and the range of the products, those are being manufactured at that company. You can talk in general about that plant. Coming to the receiving talk, where the raw materials are being received. Production area, where a specified product is being processed, and that processing also includes the CCPs. Those are the critical control points. Critical control points are the points where the product or the process is most vulnerable to the hazard. There are 3 types of hazard: biological, chemical, and physical hazards. Why CCPs are there? Because we do not want our product to be harmed in any way. So these are the points where the process needs the maximum optimization, and it is vulnerable. Coming to the laboratories, there are various laboratories like R&D section, laboratory for the microbial testing, and the quality testing lab, the storage area, ETP plant, SWOT analysis, conclusion, references, and plagiarism report. I'm going to talk about these in detail, but before that, the format of the report is very important to know. How you have to make the report. The font type should be Times New Roman. It should be simple and sober. Font size for title is 16. For main headings, those should be in bold and the font size is 14. For subheadings, they should be bold and the text size should be 12. Paragraph alignment should be justified. Left margin 1.5 inch, right margin 1 inch, top margin 0.75 inch, bottom margin 1 inch with page number in the center. Spacing between the text is 1.5 and 1 for references. Now what about the tables, figures and the graphs, those you are going to add in your report? The numbers should be indicating the main heading. Like if you are presenting a table under the introduction part, it should be mentioned as 1.1. The titles for the tables should be above the table, and for figures and graphs, the title should be below them. And the most important point is, if you have copied your table, you should mention the source of that table or the reference of that table, and they should be placed within center alignment. The list of table and figures should be given separately with their respective page numbers. Coming to the introduction part, what you have to mention over there is the basic information regarding the history of the company, the annual turnover, number of the working plants, what are their vision, mission, and the future aims of that company, area occupied by the plant, government authorized certifications, that a company is certified by government authorities. So you should know that which company is certified by whom. And you should have that idea about that certification, like what it is for, what is the logo for that certificate. It will help you in the long run. About the competitors of that company, the product range that is being manufactured at the plant, distributors, working shift of the plants, and if possible, you can mention the list of the employees or the guide that you had in your training. Then comes to the objectives of the training, where you will be mentioning that what you basically wanted to learn from that company. Then the plant blueprint. It is basically the designing of the plant, like from the receiving area to the storage area usually, but otherwise a plant, it also includes ETP, water treatment plant. If possible, you can also add a plant blueprint in it. Then coming to the products range manufactured at the plant, you should know about what was the packaging material that was being used in the product. Along with that, what was the packaging size? Like for any milk industry, there are various types of pouches. Those are being produced. For example, 250 ml, 500 ml, 1000 ml. Different types of packaging size for the milk. So you should know which product was manufactured in which packaging size and what was the price of that product. Then the receiving dock, where the raw materials are being received, and in some case, like in milk industries, the platform tests are being performed over there. So you should know about the quantity and the variety of the raw materials received per day, if it is possible, and how much it is stored and how much it is processed. What were the testings those were performed at the dock? It could be any physical testing for fruits and vegetables that they should not be bruised. These type of tests are performed at the receiving dock only. Third is the processing of the specified product with CCPs. As I earlier explained, that you should present the flow chart of that processing of the various products along with the critical control points, which are being identified by the HACCP, or company may have their own protocol. Now the laboratory part. Company have various laboratories for various tests, like R&D section for research and development, microbiology lab for microbial testings, and the quality testings lab, where the finished product and the raw product are being tested. So one should mention the list of the equipments and the tests those are being performed on those commodities in these laboratories along with their results. And it is necessary to mention the protocol or the testing procedure which the company is using to test the products. You should mention the list of the equipments and the calibration of the important ones. Then the storage area. Storage area basically contains the raw material and the finished product. So it depends on the company how they used to store those materials. Like for raw material, how do they store the allergens and the non-allergens? What was the tenure for the raw material for being stored? And in case of the finished products, what was the storage temperature or the condition of the storage? That may be variable for different products. So how do they manage? How do they store that? Coming to the ETP plant, ETP plant is the effluent water treatment plant. What basically it do is to treat the wastewater before draining it into the water bodies. So there are various type of filters or chemicals. Those are being used for desludging and sedimentation. So you should know about them. And usually the biological oxygen demand and the chemical oxygen demand of that water is tested. So if possible, you should carry out these tests by your own and note down the readings. Coming to the SWOT analysis, which is very important. What basically SWOT analysis is: the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and the threat to the industry. So it can only come after you do any critical evaluation about that plant. So what do you think that should come under the strengths, the weaknesses, what can be improved type of thing. Coming to the conclusion will contains the summary and the conclusion of what you have learned. So you can also add up any recommendations if you have any. Like if you are doing the SWOT analysis, you will be classifying few things under weaknesses, so you can recommend that it can be improved. It is always helpful and it gives the weightage to your report. Then you should mention about the references, like what are the URLs that you have visited, like the company website itself, papers if any, or any previous report or any company reports you have referred, so you should mention that also. The most important is the plagiarism report. What is the plagiarism? Plagiarism is copying the material without mentioning the citation from where you have copied it. It will come if you copy your report, it is of no use. So a good report should have no plagiarism, but usually as per UGC guidelines, it is tolerable up to 10% for non-core work and no tolerance for core work. What is basically a core work? Core work includes the abstract, summary, hypothesis, observation, results, conclusion, and recommendations. Means they should be of one's own. They should not be copied. And usually it is tolerable for like 10% for non-core work. It is always recommended and it is always better to write it in your own language with your own experiences in order to minimize the plague. You can find the report sample on the website dramaticfood.com. Link is shared in the description. Do like the video and you can request next video topic in the comment section below. Keep cutting the drama of the food.